The Torah portion Re'eh, found in the book of Deuteronomy, begins with a striking proclamation. It says, "See, I set before you today blessing and curse. The blessing if you obey the commandments of the Lord your God, and the curse if you do not obey." With these words, the Torah declares one of the most radical and enduring teachings, that human beings are free to choose. Covenant is only meaningful if Israel can say yes or no. Life is not neutral, and it is not fated. Our choices matter. Blessings and curses are not imposed from outside by capricious powers. They are the natural consequences of our decisions, our actions, and our moral lives. This teaching was nothing less than revolutionary in its time. In much of the ancient world, human beings were not seen as free moral agents. The Greeks told stories of oracles and prophecies that could not be resisted. Think of Oedipus, who despite every effort to escape his destiny, fulfilled it in a tragic fashion. The message is clear. Humans are pawns in the hands of fate, and no choice can alter the outcome. In other mythologies too, mortals were playthings of the gods. The deities were powerful, but often capricious, toying with human lives as though they were pieces on a chessboard. To the ancients, freedom was an illusion. The best we could hope for was to appease the gods or resign ourselves to destiny. Judaism upended this worldview. The God of Israel is not capricious, it's covenantal. Instead of condemning us to fate, God says, "See, choose, decide." Humanity is not trapped, we are free. The rabbis said, Israel is beyond the stars. In the Talmud and the Midrash, this is expressed in their own language. You see, in the ancient world, astrology was taken for granted. The stars determined one's fate, and no one could escape it. Yet, the rabbis boldly declared, Ein mazal leIsrael, there is no fate for Israel. The stars may influence, but Israel, guided by Torah, can transcend them. The Midrash tells that Abraham saw in the stars that he was destined to be childless, but God lifted him above the stars and showed him a new future. The message, covenant with God, is stronger than destiny. And Rabbi Akiva taught the paradox. All is foreseen, yet free will is given. Even if God knows the possibilities, we still bear the responsibility to choose. The mystics of Kabbalah deepened this insight with their teachings of Tzimtzum, God's self-contraction. They imagined that for the world to exist at all, the infinite had to step back, creating space for something other than God's self. Without that divine act of self-limitation, nothing else could emerge. And for human beings to be truly free, God continues to hold back, making room for our choices, even when they go against God's will. In this light, covenant is not God's domination, but God's invitation. Just as God limits God's self to give us freedom, we limit ourselves through commandments, the mitzvot, to make room for God in our lives. The Shir HaShirim, the Song of Songs, compared the relationship between God and Israel to that of lovers. Each creates space for the other. God makes space for us through Tzimtzum. We in turn make space for God by living within Torah's sacred boundaries. Far from being nuisance, these limits are how we build a relationship, how freedom and love are sustained. Rabbi Jonathan Sachs often returned to this theme. He wrote that Judaism's insistence of human freedom was nothing less than a revolution in human thought. Where other cultures saw fate, Judaism saw choice and responsibility. He observed that determinism reappears in modern forms. Some people say, I can't help it, it's in my genes, or I'm a product of my environment or of my social circumstances. Life made me this way. Sachs acknowledged the power of biology and society, but he insisted if we are nothing more than the sum of these influences, then concepts like morality, responsibility, and covenant collapse. If we are merely machines programmed by DNA and upbringing, then freedom is an illusion. Judaism's answer, Sachs argued, is clear. We are not prisoners of our past. We are condemned, not condemned by our nature. We can choose, and in that choice lies our dignity as human beings. The opening word of our Torah portion is re'eh, see. To see means to be awake, to become conscious. See the choices before you, see the blessings and see the curses. See that life is not scripted in advance. Judaism does not say you are trapped by fate. It does not say you are a victim of your genes or of your upbringing. It says choose, bring blessings. This message could not be more relevant. We're in an age where so many feel powerless, trapped by economic systems, by political realities, by inherited traumas, and the Torah calls us back to the fundamental truth. We have the power to choose. We cannot always control what happens to us, but we can choose how to respond. We can choose how to act, how to live, how to bring blessings into the world. Judaism's gift to humanity is not only faith in God, it is faith in human freedom. The ancient world believed in destiny, but Torah believes in possibility. Judaism is God's call to human freedom. May we open our eyes to see, our hearts to choose, and our lives to bring blessing for ourselves, for our community, and for the world.